Hey, how's it going YouTube? I'm your host for today, Landon, Do Not Sing, and welcome back to another Most Amazing Top 10 video. And yes, I am standing in this video. A lot of you guys apparently hate when I sit down, so here we are standing up for you guys. Okay, so if you guys haven't seen part 1 of this video yet, you guys can click right over here. Also, make sure you guys stay tuned to the end of this video, because yes, I'm going to be replying to your guys' questions and comments. Okay, so with surgeries, no one really wants to go under the knife. I mean, we don't choose to do it, but sometimes it's life or death. And other times, people want surgeries to enhance their appearances. Well, for me, I had surgery a year ago for my back. I didn't want it, but I needed it. Well, whatever the reason, surgeries can sometimes go horribly wrong. So this is the top 10 scariest surgery stories part 2. Okay, so starting us off, we have the poor man who woke up with no teeth. Starts off this list in at number 10. Could you guys imagine that? Going for back surgery, end up with no teeth. Going with surgery on your arm, come out with no teeth. What the heck happened? Lee Schwaderer was 65 years old when he went in for dental surgery in order to fix some of his rotten teeth. But things took a turn for the worse when he woke up during surgery and heard the dental surgeon say, "I don't know what I was thinking, I pulled out all of your teeth." I'm not sure what this guy was thinking, but now this poor man is unable to wear a bottom denture due to the damage from the surgery, and it's too painful to wear upper dentures as well. Let's just say this guy is never gonna get teeth again. I feel so bad for him, and for sure I could see this turning into a really big lawsuit. I'd probably sue for like $1 million per tooth. The girl who was left blind after her surgery comes in at number 9. Back in 2016, an Instagram model, Nadine Bruna, underwent an eye coloring changing surgery to change her eyes from brown to light gray. I didn't know you can go through like a permanent surgery to change your eye color. Well, this is a procedure that involves inserting silicone implants into your eyes, but it's currently not FDA approved in the United States, so she went all the way over to Colombia to have this done. After the procedure, she had constant blurry vision and pain that eventually led to her becoming blind. And even though she had the implants removed, the damage was already done, and now she has the eyesight of a 90-year-old woman. I feel so bad for her. And this is why it's not FDA approved. Like, if it's not approved in America, why go to a place that allows just a lot of stupidness? Okay, number 8, surgeons accidentally opens up the wrong patient's head. And this mistake happened when 2 unconscious men were admitted to the same ward, and both of these men needed general surgery. But the major difference between these two guys is one of them needed surgery to remove a blood clot in his brain. As it turns out, their identification tags were mixed up and the wrong guy got wheeled into the wrong operating room. This is an absolute nightmare. What makes things even worse is that it took the doctors 2 hours before they realized that they were performing this highly invasive brain surgery on the wrong patient. Let's just hope that this was just like, you know, a one-time thing. Doctors remove a woman's reproductive organs instead of her appendix. Well, this comes into unlucky number 7. Okay, so I'm clearly not a doctor and I don't have any medical experience whatsoever. I'm pretty sure I know the difference between a woman's reproductive organs and her appendix. Like, seriously, how did this even happen? You are a surgeon. You researched this. Was the surgeon blindfolded? He was like, came into work one day, was like, haha, I bet you the surgery's so easy. I'm going blindfold on this one. This feels like the right thing. Let's remove it. But doc, that's not. Let's remove it. So I'm not really sure what the heck happened here, but a woman came into the hospital complaining of abdominal pain, so she was scheduled to have her appendix removed. However, the surgeons removed an ovary, a fallopian tube instead. The surgeon said that it was a minor mistake and blamed it on his poor vision. This was his 3rd botched surgery in 2 years, so I'm thinking he's just a really bad surgeon and he should be fired for being a big idiot. Next up, number 6, we have surgeons who mistakenly removed a woman's breast and uterus. The 36-year-old woman was told that her genetic test showed up and she was at a very high risk of getting breast and uterine cancer, so she was advised to remove them. Well, after the operation was complete, the surgeon team discovered that they actually read the results wrong. Like, oops. The test actually came back negative. The doctors never checked the results, and now they unnecessarily put this woman through a highly invasive surgery for absolutely no reason. Well, she isn't just going to sit back and take this lightly, she's actually trying to sue the hospital for $1.8 million, which to me I think it should be a lot more than that. And hopefully she gets awarded. The woman who underwent heart surgery for a respiratory infection comes into this list at number 5. Surgeons at a hospital in Johannesburg, South Africa accidentally performed open heart surgery on the wrong patient. What is going on here? This really happens? This 83-year-old woman was being treated in the hospital because she had a respiratory infection, but because of a name mix-up, she was wheeled into the operating room and her healthy heart was operated on. The strange thing about this is that the surgeon called her family and said the operation was a complete success. Well, yeah, of course it was successful. What did you even do? Open the chest up and then just stitch it together and say, yeah, we got a healthy heart here. My work is done. Maybe this guy and the blindfolded surgeon was working together on this one. And what this is teaching me is I'm very afraid if I have to do another surgery. The unnecessary brain surgery slices in at number 4. Medical staff at Oakwood Hospital in Michigan made a huge mistake when they performed brain surgery on an 81-year-old woman who didn't even need it. She was actually admitted to the hospital for a displaced jaw, but 2 CT scans were switched, so the doctors thought that she had some bleeding in her brain. Well, I think someone in radiology is going to be fired. During the operation, surgeons drilled 5 holes into her skull and sawed it open before they realized that they were operating on the wrong patient. Things get worse. This poor woman never regained consciousness after the surgery, and she was left on life support for 60 days before the ventilator was shut off. So she died because someone made this mistake of switching the CT scans. I mean, is this real life right now? What is going on? Cutting into number 3, we have the model whose leg was amputated. Sadly for this young model, her leg had to be amputated because the surgeons accidentally severed one of her arteries. This happened during a routine procedure, so she wasn't even put under anesthesia at this point. The girl was left in so much pain and her leg was starting to rot, and it actually turned black. It was turning black. The 27-year-old originally underwent surgery in order to repair a torn ligament, when all of a sudden this routine surgery turned into a botched one. Okay, we have the doctor who accidentally performed leg surgery on the wrong patient. I mean, why is this a common theme? Why are surgeons why are they operating on the wrong person? Well, this mix-up is at number 2. How does this sort of things even happen? I've questioned this way too much. And get this doctor performed a leg surgery on a patient who had a head injury. There was no leg injury. And hold on, things get even worse. This poor patient had to undergo a second surgery to remove a surgical pin in his leg. This surgical pin, like, why was it even inserted? There was no injury to the leg. It makes absolutely no sense, but now this person is unable to walk. Well, I hope this incompetent doctor is never allowed to perform surgery on another human ever again. He clearly didn't pass his grade 5 class, and I think it needs to open up an anatomy textbook again, because this is your head and this is your leg. So in at number 1, we have the woman who was embalmed alive. A 28-year-old woman went in for a routine surgery to remove a cyst from her ovaries. Keep in mind, the surgery is done laparoscopically and it is very routine. Well, during the operation, a nurse administered the wrong IV solution. So instead of giving her normal saline, she administered a solution that contains formaldehyde, which is a very strong substance that is used to preserve dead bodies. This is a big mess up. Once the medical team realized what happened, it was too late. Her organs began to fail and she died shortly after. This is like the biggest fail ever. Instead of a doctor trying to save a person's life, they literally took their life. Well, there you guys have it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and it is time to reply to your guys' questions and comments from previous videos. We have Ines da Silva, please do another top 10 creepypasta. We're gonna try to give you guys a lot more creepypastas on this channel. For some reason, you guys love the scary stuff on here. Starvolt said, urban legends of Pakistan or India, please. Absolutely. As soon as I'm done filming this video, we're gonna work on that video. We're gonna be doing urban legends on many other countries, so let me know what countries we should do an urban legends on in the comment section below. Holly Blossom said, I love this channel. I'm obsessed with creepy stuff, like, oh my gosh. I don't know what it is with you guys. It's just, you guys like to be scared. A lot of you guys clicked on even this video because you want to see surgeries gone wrong, and it's just, I don't know, people have an interest in it, so we're just gonna keep it going. Tayamo Simango said, this channel is hands down one of the best channels on YouTube and my favorite channel. Thank you so much. Let me know how long you guys have been watching this Most Amazing Top 10 channel for in the comment section below. Michael Hunter says, hi Landon, it's nice to meet you. How's it going, buddy? Next up, Boss of All, do not sing, and there's a music note. Barely says, I wish I could subscribe as as many times as I want. I wish you can too. I wish everyone could subscribe 10 times because we would have like 30 million subscribers on here instead of just 3 mil. But if you want, you can make like 10 accounts and subscribe to us 10 times. So maybe you can subscribe as many times as you want. Mr. Hiaga says, hello. Nick DePrick says, who saw the latest Teletubby episode? Is Teletubbies back on TV? Are you watching Teletubbies? Producer Haley's not watching Teletubbies. Have you ever watched Teletubbies? Was it Tinky Winky, Lala, Bo? I don't know. Leviathan23 says, milk.